What if I told you that one of the world's oldest stories may have inspired one of the most famous events in the Bible? Long before the book of Genesis was written, ancient Mesopotamian scribes etched a dramatic tale onto clay tablets, a tale of a great flood, a divine warning, and a lone survivor. This story appears in the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of humanity's earliest literary masterpieces, and its similarities to Noah's flood have fascinated historians for centuries. The Epic of Gilgamesh, dating back over 4,000 years, follows the heroic King Gilgamesh as he seeks the secret of immortality. His journey leads him to Utnapishtim, a man who alone survived a catastrophic flood sent by the gods. As Utnapishtim recounts his story, the details feel strikingly familiar. A divine command to build a massive boat, the preservation of life, and the release of birds to test whether the waters were receding. These parallels raise an intriguing question. Did one story influence the other? In the Mesopotamian version, the gods decide to wipe out humanity because humans had grown too noisy, disturbing the chief god Enlil. But one god, Ea, takes pity and secretly warns Utnapishtim. He instructs him to tear down his house and build a vast, sealed ship. Utnapishtim loads it with animals, craftsmen, and his family. When the flood comes, it is so violent that even the gods fear their own destruction. After 7 days, the waters calm. Utnapishtim releases a dove, then a swallow, and finally a raven, which does not return. The land is drying. Utnapishtim steps onto solid ground and offers a sacrifice, after which the gods grant him eternal life. Centuries later, the book of Genesis records a similar tale. Humanity has become corrupt, and God decides to cleanse the world with a flood. Noah is chosen for his righteousness and commanded to build an ark large enough to hold 2 of every animal. After 40 days of rain, Noah releases a raven and then a dove, which returns with an olive leaf, a sign of renewed life. When Noah emerges, he too offers a sacrifice. The similarities are undeniable. The differences are just as important. The biblical flood centers on moral corruption and divine justice, while Gilgamesh's flood reflects the unpredictable whims of multiple gods. One story preserves a covenant with humanity. The other grants immortality to one man alone. These contrasts reveal not just shared ancient memories of a real flood event, but 2 distinct cultural worldviews, one rooted in monotheism and ethics, the other in a polytheistic cosmos filled with competing divine forces. So which came first? Historically, the Mesopotamian flood myth predates Genesis by centuries, but influence doesn't diminish the power of either narrative. Instead, it highlights how human civilizations, separated by time and belief, grappled with the same cosmic questions. Why do disasters happen? What is humanity's place in the universe? And can we find meaning after devastation? Which version of the flood story do you find more compelling? The ancient Epic of Gilgamesh or the biblical account of Noah? Share your thoughts in the comments. I have been your host, Myths and Legends.